tight. Yeah.
Yeah, my little Tauren mage picked it up, and now she's adopted it. She really likes
Nice.
it.
Nice. But yeah, I did apply for it, and yeah, that's it pretty much. Say hi, chat room. Hello. Howdy. Is everyone there? I'm guessing it'll be you, me, and you and me. Okay, so let's see who we've got.
Sorry, Facebook is being a pain.
As per usual. Alright. I
decided to have a meltdown like right then, and I'm like,
of course it did. I've got the backdrop, so I've just put in the 3 Dragonflight ones that came off the Blizzard site. Oh, that's what I was going to put down about screenshots. Yay! I knew I'd remember eventually. Let me put that in. Okay.
I have those couple free from beta. I have to go and take some more soon.
Yep. No, I've got them ready. Like, once it goes live, I want to bring in like the newer stuff. So we'll talk about if people want to send some stuff in, because
as soon as I get a chance to breathe, I will get you some more of those.
Same. Same. But yeah, all good. Okay. So I've got them set at 30 seconds intervals before they swap. Do you reckon that's long enough, or do you reckon maybe I should go longer? It's different to the
30 might be fine.
30 seconds.
I'd say 30 to 45.
Okay, I might make it 45. Let's do 45. There we go. Reset it back to that one. There we go. And that's cute. But yeah. So with the new expansion, we need new ones, which is exciting. Alright, chat room. I know Chris is probably not going to be here because she's her back is not is playing up, and she was buggered after work, so I know she won't be here. Dave, I think, is there. Oh, I played around with this chat highlight settings. I don't know how it's going to go, but yeah.
It puts a box around when people talk in the color that you've that it is dignified for or set for that particular species of chatter.
Okay, there you go. Alright, well, we'll see how it goes.
Or at least it does it on my side. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it shows up for everybody, but it shows it for me on my dashboard when I'm
green for moderator.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd we'll see how it goes. All species of chatter are vile. All species of what? They're not vile, Dave. Well, not all. Some is, yes. Okay, 10 a.m. my time. Are we ready, ladies, to start?
I think I'm as ready as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1.
Whatever it is you enjoy about the World of Warcraft, we have a challenge for you.
Adventure.
Crafting.
Flowers.
This is the WoW Challenges podcast. And here's your host, Lita.
Trying to to multitask is not always a good idea. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hello, and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 318. Today is Saturday, November 19, 2022, or if you're here in Aussie land, as I am, it's Sunday, the 20th of November. I'm your host, Lita. Joining me this week is my co-host, Nisey. There she is right there. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me. And more excitedly, we get to have Ferre back. Welcome, Ferre. Yay.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes, very excited to get to talk to you today. So thank you for, once again, for both of you for saying yes to me when I do ask these questions. I do appreciate it. So we have got, it's been a week, not only in game but out of game. So how about let's get started. So Ferre, how has the pre-patch influenced your gameplay? Because we're now into the second pre-patch just hit this week. This week? Yeah. Where am I? What day is it? How have you been finding it? And
Well, just as a preface, I'm playing the game at the moment on a very old PC rather than on my Mac, because I still haven't got that sorted out for running the system. So I haven't been doing anything very difficult because the settings are low.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I go to Bastion, it's almost like a whiteout there based on the settings. I have to be very close up on top of something before it comes into focus. So I haven't been doing a whole lot in Shadowlands at the moment. But anyway, with regard to the influence of the pre-patch, lots of new fun things. Tauren rogues. And yes, sir, there are Tauren rogues, and they do clomp around, but that's okay. They think they're stealthy. And Tauren mages. May I introduce Ferre Stealth, who's probably the challenge's first Tauren rogue. I think she might be the first. She's a working rogue, currently level 33.
nice.
Having a lot of fun with her. I did have a little Tauren mage as well. That's also a new class for Taurens. But she met an untimely end at the hands of Alliance guards in Zangarmarsh, who did not like her kind. She was 20. I don't play Horde much, and I had no clue that the Alliance guards went that close to where she was on the road. I've been killed by Horde guards there before, but it's my first death to Alliance guards.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. Anyway, she's my new scout.
Okay.
I'm enjoying her anyway. With regard to talents, it's another new thing. I'm still figuring them out. I haven't even looked at my druids yet because none of them are active below 60 at the moment. So I just focused on my rogue, hunters, and mage. It's been so long since I've even used talents on anybody that the whole process of picking them feels kind of hit and miss, really. I'm just glad you can change them freely.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost me money or all that much.
Yeah,
money.
I know, which is really good, because it previously always used to be you'd have to go.
Oh yeah, they always
pay
made
money.
it a pain. You had to spend money or reagents or be in a certain place, or forget that.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of talents, I'm going to point out my favorite one. There's a rogue talent. It's a class talent on the rogue talent tree, and it's a skill tree set called Subterfuge. Turns out it's more than what it says on the tin. It's labeled as saying abilities requiring stealth can still be used for 3 seconds after stealth breaks. Okay, not that exciting, really. I wouldn't have necessarily picked it, but it gave it to me as part of the default when I logged into an existing rogue
Okay.
at pre-patch. However, It also enables, for whatever reason, the use of archaeology surveying while in stealth.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally unknown before to me. I accidentally discovered it, that something was causing this to happen while I was doing some archaeology. And that's why I went on the search for why. Zaya and Sir helped me look at things, and we thought first thought it might have to do with the fact that she's subtlety spec, but no, it's on the other tree, and it's definitely that talent point. I checked with and without it, and yep, that's it.
Okay.
It's something people were actually mentioning on forums as long ago as 2014, but no idea either now or then whether it was intentional on Blizzard's part or it's some odd side effect. I don't know. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I did take it and I used it. Ferrelin, my working rogue, did a lot of archaeology between 50 and 60 to supplement world quests and dailies. It's about that talent is about 10 points into the tree, and I just recently got it on my Tauren rogue, and we'll be doing archaeology on her when she feels ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like a little Christmas present that was unexpected.
Okay.
In general, the leveling I've been doing mostly in questing was on the Green Man mage, Tauren, who died. She had a really easy time, obviously, being a green, even with only a couple of green gear items. As a frost mage, she was killing things easily, got to level 20.
Yep.
Lots of good skills to be found in the class and spec trees for mages. I was really surprised to getting some of the things so early. So that was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I like not having to take things that I don't use. Like I don't usually run with an elemental when I'm running challenge tunes. Tends to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't like things that AoE.
Yeah.
So don't have to waste my points on.
That's a good point. That is very, very handy to kind of skip around and see what stuff is better for you.
Yeah. Stuff that protects you or makes you more powerful or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
With skills that you do use.
Yeah. It is definitely interesting having the talents there, which is something I thought I would never say for WoW challenges. It's surreal, but yeah, it's still a little bit weird. I wanted to ask you, obviously with Dragonflight they've made the decisions to add in things like having a Tauren rogue, Tauren mage, things that we've not seen in... Tauren's been in games for, 18 years?
Exactly.
18 years. So the fact that they've got to the point here and gone, oh well, we're going to give... What were they doing? They were giving every, base race was getting all of the things.
Not everybody can be druids.
No. So... But there's...
Or paladins.
Still a lot.
Gnomes still can't be paladins or anything, so it was very select on what they did give, it seemed like.
Yeah. It's very interesting. But I guess it also means it opens up the fact that, you've delved into going Horde side, which is not something that you've...
Which is really weird for me, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
Yes.
My poor rogue. The first thing she did when she got into Dollar Man was get kicked out of the Alliance Inn. Oops.
Yeah.
I shouldn't go there. I went to the wrong place. Muscle memory.
Well, thankfully you only got kicked out, and it's not a place...
They didn't kill me, yeah. It was a good place to learn a hard lesson.
Yes, exactly. But sometimes it is remembering. And I guess that's the thing. We have got a lot of people playing the challenges that do jump around and play both factions. So
You need like a red cape on her to remind you that she's bored.
I really do. Yeah.
yes, maybe that is a good point. Is trying to find some gear, some red gear or something that
Something to
visually.
remind me back. I mean, it's just the fact that she's a large cow running around doesn't kind of, whatever. You sort of look past that after a while.
Yeah, sometimes you forget, cause if you like me, like I'm not always fixed on the toon because you're seeing the back of the toon, so you don't.
Yeah, well, it's a cloak. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, so
I can find
I
they're hard to find and expensive.
that
but,
is that is a really good idea. Okay. Nisey, do you want to take the
Yeah.
next question?
So, X-Pack is dropping very, 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 very soon. So are there any changes coming in with Dragonflight that you are the most excited about?
Well, you just mentioned the archaeology thing. That's just a silly thing on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Chromie time, extending everywhere to level 60, is exciting to me. I haven't really tried it yet, but I don't anticipate taking many, if any, new tunes to Shadowlands without Threads of Fate, so I am definitely going to be spending more time in other zones leveling to 60. Places like Pandaria, probably. I'm excited about that. And there's a thing I read about that I don't know much about it yet. I think it might only be applicable to Dragonflight professions at that level. But I was reading that in Dragonflight, the crafting professions are going to be giving some experience. I mean, we've always had the herbing and mining giving experience, but the other crafting professions are going to give experience in some situations. And it sounds like it's when you make an item for the first time, you'll get experience for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in that. A number of my pacifists and working people dropped mining when they went to Shadowlands to pick up tailoring or alchemy, something they could get up to 25 quickly and do world quests easily because they were in safe places.
Yeah.
To go there and do world quests. So I'm likely to keep them and see what happens. Buy the materials for them.
I mean, you're getting XP for like herbing. So to me,
I think you should do this. This is great.
I don't have a problem with getting XP for making the first of a robe. Not necessarily for every single robe, because you could.
No, it sounds like it's for the first time.
Stack up, yeah. So I don't mind that idea. It's just to get a little bit of XP from especially for us as challenge players, that you just want to have, you go, oh well, when I'm doing a toon that takes professions, I always take herbing and mining. So now you can go, well, hang on, I can actually go herbing and alchemy to make a bit of money, or mining and like whichever. Yeah. So interesting. It'll be interesting to see, definitely. Yeah.
I guess the other thing that I'm really looking forward to, and I hope it's still going to happen, is the transmog for gray and white gear. There has been a massive silence on Blizzard's part.
We are all awaiting that.
I've checked it in beta several times, and it was not there, and it seems to have quietly faded into the fog. I don't know if it's going to go the way of Dance Studio. I hope not.
I'm afraid that it's looking that way, but I don't know.
Yeah, I looked. When did I look? A couple of days ago, and I looked through Wowhead on the official Blizzard sites, and I'm like, okay, there's no extra mention other than, like the initial.
It was like mentioned that one time, and then silence.
Silence.
Yes, and nobody has forgotten it, though.
Yeah.
People remember.
Yes. Nobody answered the question.
I follow finally addressed it to her watching viewer base, because you guys are all asking this and I haven't had an answer, and I just haven't said anything. I'm finally going to say, I don't know.
Yeah. None of us seem to, so I guess it's like anything, we just sit and wait and hope, because certainly it would be very exciting to have, transmog in for all of those things. I remember, and I'm not talking like challenge wise, but back in I'm gonna say Outland Wrath. I don't know if I've done it every expansion. On my main, I would collect the white and the grey gear to make a fishing set. So would always be the white and the fishing set. Actually used to look like fantastic. The wide brimmed hats. You could only get that from, I can't even remember what it was, but back in Outland there was, and I'd go and I'd macro, and she'd change into when I was going fishing, she'd wear this set, and it, you can look up to see, okay, yes, I can get this whole set, where can I get them from? Most of the stuff did come through, like your mobs, but she would always have a fishing set outfit, because, that's what you do, and it was always white and grey. Like, it was normally a mixture of bits and pieces. So for me, this is very exciting to once again be able to delve into that for the challenge tunes and to transmog, because some of those sets look really good, but again, because they're white and grey, a lot of people overlook them, which is a shame. Because some of them,
and on some servers you can't even buy them on the auction house. People are just vendoring them.
Yeah.
There's no market for them.
Exactly.
You can buy them on Wormrest sometimes, but not other servers, not so much.
I guess it'll be interesting to see also, because obviously I don't know if both of you and the chat room as well have you found since pre-patch, whether one or two, that levels of people around all of a sudden, like, I know for me, I play on a US server, so I'm always on an off-peak time, which is great. But I've noticed more people around, whereas, I'd go to Orgrimmar or I'd go to Stormwind, and you'd see maybe a handful of people like pre-patch, because obviously a lot of people were taking breaks and that kind of thing. But now it feels like obviously not as busy as peak time for my servers, but still a lot more people. So have you guys found that as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't play a lot of Horde before. Orgrimmar is a zoo.
Yeah.
After midnight Pacific time. I mean, it's crazy there. There's all these people.
Yeah.
What are they doing here?
Yeah. Not sleeping. Or like me playing on a US server, because that's what we do. And yes, and
maybe,
Dave.
Maybe they're all Australian.
Yeah, could be. Dave says today has been crazy with the free weekend. Yes, folks want to get a feel for changes before X-Pack release. That's a good point. They did bring in the free weekend or something or other for people to delve into, which...
Oh, I missed that announcement.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, free weekend?
Yes, there was. I did vaguely remember seeing something, but that's vaguely because I think I've been looking up too many things.
I missed that entirely.
There is.
This week's been crazy. The few times I popped in this week, or periodically throughout the week, just to check on quick things, because I didn't have that much time to actually play. I was just, verifying a couple things here and there. Stormwind, was kind of hopping, and it wasn't that late, so it was kind of weird because pre patches, um, I usually would be wrapping up my night around, midnight, 2 a.m. or something central. And I think the servers I play on are East Coast servers.
Yeah.
So it was like a ghost town in Ironforge a lot of the times. Even like around 10 o'clock at night, it would be a ghost town in Ironforge. And I'm like, where's everybody at? It felt like you were somewhere where you weren't supposed to be. There was that few people. And I'm like, okay, I'll be going now. I feel like the park closed and nobody kicked me out. But you know, it was interesting to see so many people in Stormwind early. I was just like, oh, is this a thing now, or is it just because I'm here early? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I have been seeing a lot of chatter around the internets about people being excited about the new race and checking them out and stuff. So I'm sure some of it is people dipping their toes back in the water and seeing what's going on.
And I
Well,
mean,
I think so. I think people are making new tunes because one thing I'm doing with that little mage who died is she became a tailor. And I've been making a little gold selling Lobby tailored items. Boy, the shirts are flying off the auction house at 34 gold per shirt.
nice.
Who's buying these things? I mean,
Yeah.
usually, yeah, that's high. I mean, I've done a lot of tailors, and that's high.
Yeah. Well, that's and a lot of things, once again, for profession wise, for challenge tunes or in general, is a lot of people are just like, you know what, my time of playing might be limited, so I don't want to sit here and spend an hour getting mats, so they're gonna go to the auction house, pay something that's reasonable, pay something that's not reasonable,
I have a lot of yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's good that people are diving back in because they just want to go play and they want their tune to look a particular way or have particular things, and most people are, more than happy to pay reasonable to not reasonable prices. So that's all good. Don't mind me, Cozzy seems to be chasing something. So if I delve away very quickly, it's because he's found something. I'm not sure if it's a toy or if it's like a spider or something. So I'll just give you the heads up, just in case if I've got to just go that way for a minute. Yeah. So anyway, it's good. It's always exciting. Like, there is something about new expansion. Still very weird that we've had 2 pre-patches. Is anyone, do you agree with me? I'm still like, 2. Stop it.
It's definitely strange because they haven't done that before, and I do question why. I wonder if the stuff in the second pre-patch wasn't quite ready with the first one, or if they were just trying to space it out as a time sink to keep people busy. I'm really not sure which. It could be either.
Could be, exactly. It could be a bit of both. And again, the fact that we got the Draktheas in access in the second is kind of like, I'm wondering why they just didn't wait for release date to have that. Maybe
that's strange.
Maybe they didn't want. Maybe they just thought the servers might get clogged. But
that seemed to happen already, so
Exactly.
maybe they were trying to keep it from totally melting.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility, or maybe they just wanted people to be able to hop on their new race and just dive into dive into Dragonflight from the go instead of wasting time in the starting area. So I mean, not really sure the entire mentality. I'm sure what they tell us might not be the entire story. There might be something else going on. Don't really know.
Exactly, but still exciting. We are only, what are we, just under 2 weeks away
Clock's ticking.
from it going live. So got a week and what, 5 days? No, not 5 days. A week. Oh, don't. Maths is not a good idea. I've not had enough coffee for maths. All right. Let's get
So
back.
one breath and one peek out from underneath the rock. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. All right. Fair. What advice would you give anyone wanting to try a challenge toon we're going into Dragonflight? Very exciting. New expansion. A lot of people might be a little bit hesitant or not. But yeah, what's your advice for
Well, it's not a new piece of advice, but use scouts before taking the live challengers into new content, new zones, new situations. Check it out on a scout of the same class as you plan to bring there, or even on a regular. I'm just not one to do my adventuring on a live challenge toon. I will figure it out, find the pitfalls and the little surprises they left for us on a scout or a regular toon first. That's my philosophy about scouts, is use them liberally.
Yeah.
My other suggestion would be select your talent points really carefully. Avoid getting unwanted skills, which they sell as features, which give you extra hits on additional targets or generalized AoE effects as a little special bonus. Not wanted by me, at least. Just read the small print carefully on those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't got a whole lot more other than I've got one kind of tip and trick, but I'm not sure where to put it, but has to do with when and where to use the flight path toys. Obviously won't be applicable to the new Dragonflight zones yet, but if you're leveling up characters, it's always a choice when and where to use those. It kind of hit me in the face this past month or so because there were events that required a lot of travel, and then making horde toons where I had no idea where I was going most of the time. So I kind of put a little summary together in my head about when I use them. Since you lose experience for the areas that you accept using the toy,
Yep.
and it's a trade-off. So usually I don't use the toys immediately when I make a new toon. I like to get the easy experience first, kind of the low-hanging fruit places that I'm going to go anyway. They're free or easy to get to by running on my feet. From my night elves, that usually means a part of Darkshore, most of Elwyn Forest, Dunmorrow, Lochmoden, those kinds of things. Beyond that, I get really bored with running around on the ground in the old world and just use the toys. Especially when there's a holiday that requires traveling, like candy buckets. I go ahead and use the toys in zones that I haven't been too much on that particular toon, or that I have only limited flight paths in. I'm thinking like Outland and Pandaria. I don't always pick up all the flight paths in the daily course of life of a lot of the characters. So I just use the flight paths there to go get the candy buckets or the elders or the fires or whatever it is, because you're getting experience for picking up the objects by going to those places. So yeah, it's kind of a trade-off. You've lost the experience, but on the other hand, you've saved yourself a lot of time flying or running around on the ground. So I do that. The other thing that I found it useful for is for toons of the opposite faction to what I usually play. I will admit that I have no clue about where most of the horde flight paths even are in game. So buying that, or I had the toys, using that for my Tauren Rogue um, and Mage, it was a big help because, like, oh, I could go here and here and here.
Mm.
Okay, cool. I didn't even know this was a place. Um, not everybody is that clueless about their other faction, but for me, it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
One place I don't use it is Northrend. I just know where I'm going there. I have paths worked out, and I am reluctant to give up the experience for getting to those places. So I just don't.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't have it for some of the other zones. I don't have Legion or BFA. I never did the achievements there. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, it's good. So let's just talk about that for a minute. So again, Blizzard had changed it. When was it? Shadowlands, when Shadowlands came out, to that now each expansion has its own flight path toys. So
Its own expensive flight path toys.
yeah,
yes.
and they're 10,000 gold each.
Correct.
Yeah. Which obviously on a challenge toon can be difficult to have that kind of money. A lot of toons don't. But certainly if you've got a scout or a normal toon to go buy them on, with your faction. Horde side is in Orgrimmar up the top of, what do you call it, the front wall is an undead. I can't think of her name. Her name? I think it's I can see it. I can't think of her name. Otherwise, if you go back to Undercity words are hard. Anyway, if you go back to Undercity, they are in Undercity. But if you're in New Undercity, there is no Undercity, if that makes sense. But yeah, just they, at 10,000 gold each, they're certainly handy to have for that.
Yeah, they give you the pass for both Horde and Alliance now. So I don't have to buy special ones for the Horde. My Alliance ones are working just fine.
Yeah.
So I bought them from the Little Dwarf and the Explorers League place in Forge.
Yes.
The guy who sells the heirlooms there.
Which makes it easier. I guess it's balancing what you want to do. I must admit, I probably use the flight path toys more and now than previous, and that's only because often I would get myself and my husband killed when we were with teams through exploring, because do something dumb. But anyway, we haven't done teams for a while, but it still sticks in my brain. So sometimes it's just better not to fly around and end up getting your toons dead by free flying yourself. Sometimes it's better just to hop on the flight pass. That's my whole thing. But anyway, everyone, you do what works for you. All right. Well, thank you, Ferre. Thank you for going through all that with us. We do appreciate that, and I'm so glad that your little Tauren rogue is stealthing.
Sneak, comp, whatever. She's having fun.
Which is the main thing, and I think that's definitely something. I've not yet made one. I think I will have to, because I think it would be good. I'm still slowly leveling my Tauren druid pacifist, but I might have to do another rogue. We'll see. Alright, well, thank you for all of that, but other than that, how has your week been?
pretty busy, actually. My working rogue night elf, Ferrelin, ding 60.
Nice.
So that's always a good thing. And I have a few others that are working on leveling. The Tauren working rogue hit 33. Farah Glenn, my night elf hunter from the contest, is now 57.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's moving along. Farah Lana is a green hunter who's been kind of hanging around slowly. I didn't do as much with her in Shadowlands as I had hoped. My real life issues kind of hit, and I've mostly been just kind of pushing her along slowly. She's 59, a couple of blocks from dinging. I discovered that I had a Green Man mage, Ferrelin, she was sitting at, basically level 50. And while the green tracker got sorted out, and she's now 52. I took her over, got into Threads of Fate before it went away.
Nice.
So she can have a choice of what she wants to do.
Yeah.
She's 52 now. And as I say, my little Tauren mage, Perafrost, died at 20 in Zangarmarsh. But she lives on as a scout.
Nice. Which is always handy. And you have been probably the most vocal with scouts. I mean, obviously, not just you, but, scout it out has always been your motto.
Scouts, so I could use one.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many max levels have you had in Shadowlands?
Excuse me?
How many max
levels?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't even know. 15, 16, something like that.
Yep.
Something like that. It might have been closer to 18.
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember. Monday seems forever ago right now. So
yeah, I just sum them up for the last write-up, but I forget already. My mind is just, I don't hold on to those.
Just a few.
Let's say around 16 to be on the safe side.
Yeah, there's at least 16.
Yes. So, and again, you are such an advocate for the challenges, and here you are, you're still going like right across the board on all of the challenges. It's amazing.
And
so
not quite all. There's one noticeable exception. I just don't. I like questing and professions too much to do Blood Thirsty. Killing is actually the part I like the least about doing quests.
Yeah. It's okay. This is why we have all these different ones, so we can appeal to
It's like something for everyone.
Exactly. All right. Well, congratulations with Ferrelin. That's wonderful. You another 60. Well done. I can see you've got quite a few in your 50s. Awesome. Looking forward to it. We will see what happens between now and when Dragonflight actually drops. Still feels weird. It feels weird to say that because we know that it drops on the 28th, but it feels like it's kind of dropped already. It's bizarre. But yeah, well done for all those, and obviously commiserations on your little Tauren mage. But thank you for sharing all that wonderful information. We do appreciate that. All right, Nisey, how's your week been?
Let me just say, I think this is the first time that everybody else has had a more busy week than me. I'm still on WoW vacation.
Nice.
I'm still a little burnt out from all the Blood Thirsties, and to be perfectly honest, even if I did have a challenger to level right now, I wouldn't have had time to touch them. So I've been really busy. Everybody's been busy leveling their characters to max, so it's been a week full of max level celebration blog posts. I've been trying to keep an eye on the WoW calendar, which is why I only popped in game a couple of times this week, because I'm like, that can't be right. And I'm like, oh, yes, it is. We have a holiday starting tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay, right. So I'm like, I have to schedule in time to get that done. And there's been a couple other things social media wise I've been trying to keep my eye on. Sky might be falling in some areas. It might just be talk. I'm just trying to plan some contingencies in case we need them. And I've been working on getting Christmas gifts ready because they take a while to make, the husbands especially. And it's been a whirlwind of a week. And I will say I couldn't remember what Ferre's max level characters were at for this expansion because I felt so bad. If there's any typos in that, let me know. While I was working on your write-up, our power kept going out. So
Nice.
I thought I skimmed it and WordPress was auto-saving, but there was a couple spots where I was like had to recover everything. I'm like, no, because I was almost done and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But yeah, it's been one heck of a week. Like I didn't even realize we had the holiday starting tomorrow until I double checked on something else and saw it.
Time
And I was like,
flies.
oh, right.
It's again
Thanksgiving holiday, right?
Yeah.
we are
Cooking.
we're over halfway through November. Like what? Where is this
I don't know
year
what
going?
happened. September hit and everything went to hell. I don't know what happened. I've lost time.
It's
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know what's going on anymore. If I miss something, somebody message me because I'm probably hiding under my rock with a pile of other stuff I have to get to. So
It's a bit
just
like
poke
that.
me if you think I've forgotten something, please.
Yes. Definitely. Totally understand that. It's certainly been a week, but thank you again for all the things that you do, because I just would keep it
I think
sane for
mentally
me.
I'm right
Thank
where
you.
you are right now. I'm just, I'm just trying to ignore it, but I think we're both about at the same place at the moment.
I would really enjoy just obviously it's coming up to the busiest time of the year. So it's already started. Like we're 5 weeks out to Christmas and it's already started. It started about a week ago. So with work, it's just crazy, and it's not gonna let up. It's not going to let up. So obviously we've got Black Friday sales starting. I don't know if you guys have got it. We've also got the pre-Black Friday sales that have
they started that this year. They were like starting that like last weekend or the weekend before. I'm like, what?
It's like, stop it. Stop it. Like the Black Friday sales are supposed to be the big ones. The Cyber Monday sales are supposed to be the big stuff, and now you're bringing in these more
Why
sales.
are we doing 2 week ahead previews? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, so it's all a bit crazy, but I must admit that I did get to sit down last night and made a Drakthia, a live Drakthia. It's not a challenge tune. I wanted to sit down and just see how things went, and it was good because I didn't finish it on the one that I was testing on beta. I think she's still there. I need to go back and have a look.
I did get out of that area on beta, but only once did I get out unscathed, and I don't know how I did it because the next time it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And both times I was in green gear.
Yeah.
To get out, because that was the only way it was happening.
Yeah. And I found that nothing auto-equipped. I had to put it on, so that was good. Because, like I said, the very first time I did it, it had auto-equipped something. What was it?
Yeah, I never saw it
remember.
do that, so they must have corrected that. That had to have been a bug.
Yeah. So to me that was good. It was like, okay, well, if you're getting out in green gear, you don't have to put the blues on, all that kind of thing. I did have one thing to the end of the whole section before I head to the faction city, that item did end up turning into a purple, so that was an interesting aspect because I didn't have any of that in beta.
I
It
did
was
actually.
just,
I
did
didn't
you?
mention
Okay.
it, but yeah, I did.
I didn't have any in the two Draktias that I played. None of them had changed. It just went to blue gear, so I was kind of like, oh, okay. Alright, so when that happened yesterday, I was kind of like, okay, alright, well, that's interesting. Obviously, RNG will RNG.
Pretty much.
So, but it is definitely an interesting aspect for a normal toon. I wouldn't call it easy. I definitely wouldn't call it easy as a normal toon. There's some really tricky aspects in it, which means that if you strip down and try it as a challenge toon, it's gonna be, so just giving the heads up that
it's gonna be painful.
Gonna be, yeah, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, there's quite a health disparaging or disadvantage from you to the mobs without the gear.
Yeah.
And I will say they are a very AoE heavy race.
Yes.
Doesn't matter which class it is. Like almost, not all, but almost all of the spells are AoE, which means extra mobs coming at you. So kind of think similar to Demon Hunter, where you've got a lot of mobs. It's just the way it happens.
And the other thing that I did find within the starting zone, not the initial, what would you call it, building that you're in, that you get out, but when you get outside, there are a lot of tightly packed mobs.
Yes, there are. And towards the end, there's a section where there's patrols of 2 to 3 plus that are cross patrolling each other, so it's not impossible to end up accidentally with a group of 8 on you. It can happen very quickly,
exactly. So again, just throwing it out there as a heads up, that it certainly will be a challenge. Doable, not necessarily on, maybe on something, but anyway, just throwing it out there. It is definitely a very interesting storyline. I've really enjoyed it personally from the storyline point of view and understanding how to play one. It's fun. I think I'm having a bit more fun than, obviously not over my warlock, that never happens. But they're definitely a very interesting class to play around with, the class and race and all of that kind of thing. So just want to say I want to delve back in hopefully this week into beta. It's just going to depend if I get the time, just to check a couple other things out, so we will see how that goes. But anyway, did manage to sit down and play, so that was nice. That was a nice change. Alright, let's do, where's my news bumper? Here we go.
Breaking down news from the world of Warcraft.
Alright, and just throwing out there, happy birthday to Rogue Slayer. Yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday? Day before. Anyway, so, you know, we send her love. We know that she's no longer playing WoW. Still would, I hope one day maybe she might make a return. Would be awesome. But happy birthday, Rogue Slayer, and hope she had a lovely day. She seemed to, so that's really good. All right, congratulations. Let's have a look. We've got, how many have we got? You guys have been busy. Hot damn. Well done. Congratulations to Ferrelin on becoming our 8th Shadowlands Working Man champion. We've also got congratulations to Gypsyster on becoming our 55th Shadowlands Iron Man champion. So that was Stir's talentless rogue?
His test talentless one, I think.
Yes. So when we spoke to Stir last week and got all the information, so Stir's hit 60 on that, so that's fantastic. Congratulations to Xayamiko on becoming our 56th Shadowlands Iron Man champion. Well done, Xaya. Like, again, you guys, you rock. That's amazing. Congratulations to Mebee, Dave.
I was so excited when I saw that tweet. Like, I was like, wait, who is that? And then I was like, oh, is it really? And I was like, yay!
Dave the
So many
Hunter.
congratulations.
Well done, Dave. That's awesome. So, Mebee became our 11th Shadowlands Green Man Challenge champion. That we're so happy for you, Dave. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Very excited for you. So, congratulations. And not only that is congratulations to Gem, which is Iron Brew, which completely threw me because I'm like,
Yeah.
Iron Brew normally does not go with that naming convention. So it's interesting that Gem is Iron Brew's tune, and they became our 18th Shadowlands Blood Thirsty champion. So well done, everyone. So it's been a very busy week. Congratulations to all of you fantastic levelers. Alright, so Pilgrim's Bounty begins November 20th, that's Sunday, and will wrap up on November 27th. Next, the following Sunday, so Pilgrim's Bounty for a week, which is, again, it's Pilgrim's Bounty time. Who would have thought? Just like what?
I saw that. I'm like,
What?
no, that's not time yet. And I'm like trying to go back to last year's. I'm like, this is too early. But I guess they're trying to get everything in and finished before X-Pack drops, I guess.
Guessing.
But it's weird having these holidays suddenly all starting on Sundays. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's, but again, that's probably why. So Pilgrim's Bounty will be this week, and also just want to put a reminder. Hang on, let me just make that. There we go. Just going to make it bigger for a moment. So the Death List show, which will be our last show for the year, will be on December 10th. So please get your lists into me by the 8th of December. Send them through to podcast@wowchallenges.com. Would be good because we always like doing the last show of the year as our death list show, and to hear how you've gone, and obviously to commiserations and find out all the bits and pieces how 2022 has been with your challenges, which is always exciting. So the banner is up on the website, and Nisey's been post on Twitter and Facebook So
Yeah,
and
they'll
in
start to
Discord.
increase frequency as we get a little bit
Just
closer. So yeah,
definitely
I will
reminding.
say try not to Twitter DM that list if you can, just in case something should happen with Twitter.
Hmm.
I would use Discord or the email or Facebook. I would use one of those instead.
Yes.
Just because we don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks with Twitter. I don't want to lose anybody's lists if it suddenly goes down.
Exactly. So, I mean, the backup is always we've got Discord. You know, there's various things that we can do through Discord.
Yeah,
We have
we
the
have other
email.
options. It's just, as far as like privately message, try to use Discord or Facebook or the email for right
Yes.
now until we see what's going to happen.
Yes, exactly. Also, a reminder that if you're out there playing with Dragonflight, I want to get new screenshots. So I've just changed the background to the Blizzard, not the one that's right behind me, but the bigger one. I've taken those three from the Blizzard Dragonflight site, and I love to have backgrounds that you guys have your tunes in while you're questing, and with Dragonflight coming, so any new ones, please send them in to me at podcast@wowchallenges.com, because I want to have, the stuff that you're leveling with your tune, etc. So if you've got some screenshots that you'd like for us to utilize in the big background that I've got, please send them in, because I like having the difference, of all of those that really pertain to our challenge tunes. So yeah, so go forth, get some new Dragonflight ones. They don't have to be challenge tunes. Even if you're on a different tune and you take something that looks really cool, send them in. I love all screenshots, as my screenshot folder hits about 30 gig.
Oh,
Might have a few screenshots.
sorry, I'm
yes.
still waging the space war on my C drive, so that just makes me hurt so much. I think I have like 2 gigs left on my C drive.
Yeah, I have a dedicated external hard drive for that.
I've got 2.
It has, I think it's a 4 terabyte external hard drive, and that's a lot. A lot of WoW stuff is on there, in particular a copy of my screenshots, because I have to have. I still bummed. I did find some of screenshots that I started taking in, I'm gonna say the first lot of screenshots I took was about 2007, but they're in a really weird format, and I can't seem to figure how to make some of those normal. So I'll have to look into that.
Get with Russ, he might have an idea.
They're that's like baby Lita way back. it's hilarious.
He might have an idea of how to convert them.
Okay, I'll have. It's when I got time to sit down. I'll have to look at them. But yes, I do love having the screenshots. So please, if you've got some, send it through podcast@wowchallenges.com. Would appreciate that. Thank you. All right, and we've got a promo. Excellent.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm like, oh wait, we had a thing.
That's okay. I forgot to, but don't forget, you can treat yourself on November 25th, Friday, to 35% off everything site-wide in the WoW Challenges merchandise shop. So if you want to, there it is, websites in chat right now. If you want to check it out, please go over to WoW Challenges, my spread shop, on Spreadshirt. Anyway, check out all the bits and pieces, and 35% off for next Friday. All right. State of the challenges, ladies. Let's go. So, irons. Ferre. How did we go this week?
Okay. Well, we have Ballisto Iron Spear. Position number 10, Kishidiron, level 34. In position 9, Iron Tune, 35, lost to the Nether, however. Position 8, Iron Ped, level 36, RIP. Sorry. Position 7, Pixie Dusts, level 43. Number 6, Based Kelvy, 44, another RIP, sorry. Number 5, Trio, level 45. Position 4, Dank Iron, level 53. Number 3 is my Ferrelin, who is 57. She was my contest hunter. Number 2, Xayamiko, number 60, or level 60, our 56 Shadowlands Iron Champion. And number 1, Gypsyster, also at 60, our number 55th Shadowlands Iron Champion. Congratulations to Stir and Zaya. Good job.
Well done. Well done to them.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
both of those were speckless, talentless.
Yes. Again, amazing job, guys. Well done. Okay, Nisey, Bloods. Who have we got?
Sorry, I had to adjust something. So, Bloods, we had 5 this week. And so 5th was Taco ZLG, 27, but RIP. 4th, and I think have this pronounced wrong. I don't know if it's Izzy5 or is I5. If that's your tune, let us know how it should be. You're level 30. 4th was Taco Chops. Taco hit 50, but unfortunately got red flagged because she took the World Quest storyline, or she took the World Quest instead of the storyline heading into Shadowlands.
Yep.
So that was really, really painful. I'm sorry, Taco, but hey, now that it's at Crummy time, you don't have to worry about that or even go there now. So hey, cool. Next
True.
we have second for Cypher, not sure how we're pronouncing that one. They did hit 60, but they were red flagged for too many quests completed. Looking at the report, it kind of looked like they gave up being a bloodthirsty or forgot they were being a bloodthirsty because there was a host of other things going on with that character.
Okay.
And first we had Gem, which was Iron Brew, hitting 60 to be our 18th Shadowlands Bloodthirsty champion.
Nice. All right. Pacifists. Who have we got? Ferre?
Okay. We have 4 pacifists. 4th position, pacifist Sergey, level 21. Thanks to Nisey for translating the Cyrillic. 3rd position. Yeah. 3rd is CC, level 32. Number 2, pacifist. Yay, great name. 52. And 1st place, Peaceable, 56. I love the name. It's obviously a Tauren.
So is that Chris? Did she finally peek her pacifist out?
It's the only pacifist I know.
Okay, I was thinking it had to be.
So I wonder if she did get her down to in the caverns, because she was
Maybe.
thinking about doing that, but I think that was gonna depend on
Yeah, it's a little
factors.
scary getting back in there because that Doom boss, they like to pull up into the entrance.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we will see. I'm not really sure. Do you know what server? Oh, I'll have a look later. But
It didn't say on the report. I'd have to go back and look on the
that's
website.
okay. But yeah, she's the only one with the 2 name pacifist that I know of. So that would be If it is, yay, Chris. All right. Tins. I'll do this one. None this week. No tins this week. I meant to put that down as me, but I obviously got waylaid. Greens. Nisey, who have we got?
Okay, so greens. We got 6 this week. 6th is Fair Frost at 20, but RIP. 5th, we have On 1723, Lost to the Nether. 4th, we have Crim Sky at 25. 3rd, we have Ferrelin at 52. 2nd, we have Ferrelin 59. And first this week was Mebee at 60. That was Dave in our 11th Shadowlands Green Man champion.
Well done. So happy for you, Dave. That's awesome. Okay, Working Man, what have we got there?
Okay, we have 4 in the Working Man challenge. 4th is Satharon, level 16. Number 3 is Ferre Stealth, my little Tauren rogue, 33. Position 2 is Lurksa, level 44. And number 1 is Ferrelin, who is my Working Man rogue, Night Elf, and 60, level 60, our 8th Shadowlands Working Man champion.
Again, I cannot believe how well Shadowlands has been for our challenge turns. Amazing. So
it's really impressive.
It is the best expansion that we have had, like the most amount of challenge turns right across the board. Like, it's well done. Anyway, let's give a little thank you to everyone leveling and being busy out there. Commiserations on those that we lost, because there was quite a few right across the challenges, but so many of you are out there leveling, which is wonderful. So thank you and congratulations to all of you for this week. Well done. Okay, let's do this one.
Hey yo, it's Chit Chat!
Okay, fair. I don't know. Did you have time to get a joke?
No, I did not.
No,
sorry.
That's okay. My husband had mentioned to me a couple of days ago, and biggest problem is if I don't write it down, I forget. And they were really cute.
Jokes. I'm sorry.
They were really cute. So I was going to put that in there, but completely forgot. But that's okay, because Nisey's got one for us. What have we got, Nisey?
Nisey Googled things, so
Nice.
Nisey doesn't know things otherwise. So, in honor of Thanksgiving being later this week in the States, what did the turkey say to the computer?
What?
Google.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. Good.
I like it.
Yep.
That's right. It is Thanksgiving for you guys. See, we don't have Thanksgiving over here, so a lot of times I forget that is still a thing that you guys have. So enjoy when everyone gets there. Enjoy if you're having Thanksgiving. What do you normally have? A dinner or lunch, or is it a whole day thing?
Depends on the family, I guess.
Okay.
Really, most people do maybe late afternoon, early evening dinner. Some people do lunch.
Yep.
Some people do later in the evening dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We just eat whenever it's done here. So Depends on what time I get up and start cooking, really.
Nice.
But it really kind of just depends.
Yep.
I know I wasn't sure what day it fell on, and I had to keep checking the calendar and looking it up because I have to take our turkey out of the freezer. I actually have to do that tomorrow night to let it thaw. And I'm like, wait, what day is it? Is it this week? Is it next week? And I kept forgetting. I'm like, oh my god, with my luck, I'll not remember to take the damn thing out of the freezer in time.
Yes, I must admit that one of the things, like for us, one of the big things, especially like for Christmas, is as much as we used to always, growing up as through my family, especially through mum's side, right through, it was always you had a hot, just normally a chicken, sometimes duck, but for Christmas was always a hot meal. It's only been the last maybe 5 years that I've convinced my family, in particular my parents, it's like, we don't need to have a hot meal. It's summer.
Yeah, see, it's
Don't need to
different for you
send.
guys because it's blazing hot, and
Yes.
then all that heat from cooking in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was summer here for us, we would probably do something a little different.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a lot of heat going on in the kitchen when it's that hot.
Yes. And I'm in Queensland. It's always nice and hot here. So yeah. So we'll be, mind you, barbecue is different because barbecue is,
Well, that sounds like fun.
yeah, barbecue is good because you have your,
It sounds
have
like a mother
hot
right there.
with your salad, like it's good. But yeah, it's it's always fun time. Oh god, Christmas 5 weeks away. Oh my god. Anyway,
Don't say
Let's-
that. I've got too much to do.
I know. Same. It's just crazy. All right, let's wrap this up so I can do
need
the
more
other
coffee.
things. Yes, I do. I've only had, look, I've run out of charge. I've had 4 coffees today, and that is
Lord.
not enough.
It's never
Oh.
gonna be enough.
It's
Not
never
for the
going to be.
next 5 weeks.
I know. Alright, so, can you please do
Yep.
our Iron Elites? Thank you.
So we would like to thank our Iron Elites. You can support us by becoming an Iron Elite through several different methods, which you can find on the WoW Challenges website. So we would like to thank Holly Andrus, Awesome Trousers, Execute, Fair, Chris W, Lita, Mac, Mr. Bright01, Mrs. Rock Guru, me, Rudd, Stir, Stone, Tiber, aka Tiber, Winima, and Zaya.
Thank you guys. We do greatly appreciate it very much for your support. It helps keep the website going, that is for certain. So thank you. To the wonderful bunch of mods that we have for our community, to Awesome Trousers, Execute, Fair, Chris, Nisey, Zaya, thank you guys for all that you do. It is greatly appreciated. I know I say it every week, but you don't understand how much it does make my life so much easier. So thank you to these. Hang on, I've got to get my fingers right. No, that's the wrong way. There, these two that I have right here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all the things that you do. We do appreciate it. Also to our wonderful code wardens for all sorting all the things. I know Zaya's been very busy doing stuff, so's Rod, so thank you. We do appreciate that, so thank you guys. And everyone that's here, sitting, chatting. Georgie, it's winter here in the UK, and the kitchen temp and hot food is still way too much. Good old UK winter, I can imagine, but
Now, see, it's been
Yay.
freezing here. Like, I've had a space heater that I practically been sitting on top of. It got cold. We've had snow twice. I'm like, what is happening?
It was blazing sun yesterday, so I did all of the washing I could, filled the line out in the yard with everything I could get done, and today it's cold and raining, but there's still an underlying of heat because humidity. It's
Because
great.
why not?
Because why not? Absolutely. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but it was raining. It was like pouring rain right before the show that I kind of went, what the what? And went out the back, and I'm like, it's pouring rain, and it did it for about 5 minutes, and then stopped, and then humidity's gone. It's gone
Just
stinking
enough
hot.
to jack that up for you.
It's like, yay. So yeah, so anyway, to everyone in the chat room, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending some time to join myself and Nisey and Ferre today. So thank you for that. We do appreciate it. We will be back next week, which will be Saturday, November 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Nisey will be back next week. What were we doing next week? It's right before Dragon Flight launches.
We might be doing our prediction show, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Prediction show. Yes. So if you've got any predictions, send them in. Absolutely, we're happy to read from that. Send it through to podcast@wowchallenges.com or via Discord or Facebook. We'll just say try not to use too much Twitter at the moment. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, we're still using it for some announcements, but if you want to send anything in, just don't send it in through Twitter right now. I know we've conditioned you guys to do that over the years, but use the other methods, which you'll find in the blog post. Just don't direct message through Twitter, because I don't want to lose anybody's messages if it should go down after you message me before I see it.
Yeah.
So, oh, hi, Kitty.
I was gonna say it's Kitty.
That was little bits.
I hate Kitty.
But yeah, so send them in through anywhere else. You can message Lita, me, any of the mods on Discord, email, all that's fine. Facebook, all of the things.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Ferre, for joining us today. It was lovely to catch up with you. And again, congratulations with your leveling. Blowing my mind with all of the things for all the information today. We do appreciate that. Commiserations on your little Tauren mage, but you still just wonderful how busy you've been leveling right across the stuff. So thank you for being here this week.
Oh, I was glad to be here. Thank you.
Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you?
Oh yeah, that's easy. I'm on Discord as Ferre, and usually late night on War Master Cord. You can find me on either the Horde side or the Alliance side at this point.
Exactly. Sometimes I did see you over on Horde side when I jumped onto my Horde tunes.
I know. Well, it was like amazing. Wow.
It's like, hello. Nisey, where can we find you, please?
Alright, so you can find me in Discord as Nisey, then phonetically spelled Nisey, and hashtag 4863. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, at the moment Twitter, and YouTube as NiseyBGN. And my email is also niseybgn@gmail.com. If you're emailing me anything, please make sure you put what it is in the subject line if it's related to WoW challenges, because otherwise I'm going to delete it thinking it's spam. So just make sure I know what it's about.
It definitely does help, because there is a lot of spam, especially coming up to Christmas. There's just
all the junk mail and advertisements and everything, and I'm just sitting there going delete. So if I don't recognize it, I'm probably gonna delete it.
Yeah, exactly. Georgie says, I've been a Horde trader ever since cross faction everything became a thing. I tell you, nothing, like, to me, nothing wrong with that, because I've always been like, if you're gonna play a game, why would you just want to stick with one? Like, be across all the things. So it is so good to see different aspects of the game playing both factions. Like, it's good fun. So as long as just have fun with it, that's the main thing. Alright, well, where you can find us, don't forget, wowchallenges.com is where all the bits and pieces are. You can find all our socials there. You can find information for the downloading the episodes with the podcast too. Go check it out there. Again, if you want to send an email through, whether you've got jokes, tips, screenshots, death list, what was the other thing? Did I say predictions? Predictions. Please.
Just saying hello.
Just saying hello. You know, like, send me an email like Dave did last week, which was fantastic. Just telling me about his tunes. It was lovely. Loved it. Thank you very much, Dave. Do appreciate that. Please send it to podcast@wowchallenges.com. If you want to find me, the easiest thing is to go to Linktree, where it is, you'll find me under Leta Wow. L-E-E-T-A is the spelling of Leta. And Wow. But pretty much Leta or Leta Wow is where you will find all of the things for me. So pop over there. Well, I was going to say something because it's gone. Nisey.
Oh, we would like to extend a very big thank you to Mr. Bright01 on our intro, which we absolutely love. If you need any intro, emote, t-shirt things, you can find him on Discord at Mr. Bright01.
Absolutely, and go check out the Spreadshirt for our shop, because Russ did, like, the Halloween ones are still up there. I'm going to keep them up all year because I think they're just fantastic. The Christmas ones are there, so if you want to get Christmas stuff, Russ did that. The stuff in Twitch, like the little, what do you call it? Icons, emotes. He's done a lot of stuff for us, and he is fantastic. So please, if you're after stuff, get in contact with him. We love all the things that he does for us, and we appreciate him on that. Not only that, we have many talented people. We are very, very lucky. Big thank you to my husband. He's asleep. Execute, for helping me with the outro. I do appreciate that he helped me with that, so you'll hear that very shortly. And again, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I know it's been a long show, but it's been so good to catch up with Ferre, to hear all of the bits and pieces, how she's been going, what she's been doing with the pre-patch, and how she's been leveling with her Tauren rogues and mages. And again, Ferre, congratulations and commiserations, but well done. You've done
so much.
You're always so busy. It's wonderful. So thank you for being a huge supporter of the challenges. We do appreciate that, and we heart you very much for all the things that you do, and for all the information that you give us is wonderful. So thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, well, on that note, thanks, Nisey. Sorry. I was like a little sidebar. Thank you, Nisey, for being here too. I do appreciate that.
I was like, what did I do?
Just for, for all the things you do. So thank you. All right, guys, that's it.
We need to wrap it up.
We need to wrap it up. Leda needs more coffee. Yes. All right. Please stay safe, both in-game and out-of-game, and we will be back next week. Have a good week, everyone. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Be safe.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Lita, copyright 2022. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. Music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, as well as from bensound.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Alright. I do hear his voice a lot, so I do love it, but let's just get to the most important thing, which is a show title. Because that's always important. Alright, Ferre, do you have anything? I did have one, which was low hanging fruit. I can't remember what that was pertaining to. I think that was you and the Flight Path Toys. You said something about.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So there, that's one I picked up. Nisey, did you have anything to in show titles, chat room? If you've got something, let us know.
Hang on, let me check real quick.
I'll have a look. Can't remember. It's been a week.
Speaking of talents, was what I was gonna say.
Speaking of talents.
Yes.
Alright. Ferre, do you want to pick one of those, or have you got your own that you'd like for the show?
I don't have one, but I like speaking of talents.
Speaking of talents, okay.
Sort of a big thing for us these days.
Done. Oh, hitting all the things. Sorry, chat room. Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you, ladies. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to catch up. Thank you, chat room. We'll see you again next week. Prediction show. Please send them in. Whatever you want to predict, etc. Okay. We're out. Bye guys.
Bye.